I once met a psychic who predicted my future, and I didn't believe it, and I totally forgot about it until it actually happened. So my name's AD West, and I make videos like this, and for the past 20 or 30 years I've had loads of psychic experiences myself, but this was one time where I actually met a psychic, and because I was having psychic experiences, I actually joined a secret society, not one of the dodgy ones, and we just used to meet up once a month for meditation and sort of shared knowledge. And one of the guys there was clairvoyant, and he never said anything about it, but he was quite popular and everyone used to go and talk to him, and everyone loved him, everyone thought he was amazing. And he wasn't charging money, he was just, telling people things. And I had the weirdest conversation with him, because he was saying to me, he's like, "You're a singer." And at the time I was that shy, I never even dared sing in front of myself. I'd never been up on a karaoke, and I had no intentions of doing it. It wasn't something that I could connect with. So when he was like, "You're a singer," I was like, "No, I'm not." And this conversation went on, and he was like, "You sing, you're an entertainer." And I was like, "No, it's not me." And he goes, "No, this is why you dress this way. This is why your hair's this way, because you're a singer." And then I said, "Well, one of my brothers used to sing in a band ages ago, but even he doesn't do that anymore." And he was like, "No, not your brother. You're a singer. You sing, you entertain. That's you. That's what you do. This is you." And he kept saying, "This is you." And then another time my brother met him, and he was really angry at me, and he was like, "Why have you told this guy all this stuff about me? He knows my star sign, my moon sign." And I was like, "Mate, I've not told him anything. This guy's a clairvoyant." And then that made sense to him, and he was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, I get it now." And years later, me and my brother were having a conversation, and we mentioned that guy. And we said, "Oh, it wasn't amazing how, like, he sort of knew stuff, but he wasn't out there saying, 'Oh, look at me, I'm a psychic, I know things about you.' He'd just come up to you and he'd tell you things. Or during a conversation, he'd throw something in and he'd go, 'Well, that's why you're having this problem, because of X, Y, and Z.'" And then it clicked, and I was like, "Do you remember what he told me?" He told me that I was a singer and an entertainer, and that's what I do for a job. And at the time, I worked in an office in marketing. But when I was having that conversation with my brother years later, that's what I did as a job. I was a singer, an entertainer. I had my own radio show, and that's all I did as a job. And I was really proud of it, because I'd completely changed my life. I'd started reading personal development books, and I'd learned how to sing. I'd learned how to play the guitar. And within a short space of time, like 18 months, I got myself full-time work, singing and entertaining, DJing, and I had my own radio show. And then it clicked. I was like, that guy told me that that's who I was, and that's what was going to happen. And I didn't believe him.